Hey, Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So we have a very special episode for you today. And we just want to let you know before you get too far into it, there are going to be so many spoilers of the Mixtape tour, the new one. So if you don't want to hear anything, this is probably not a good episode for you to listen to.
So why don't you pause here, maybe go listen to an older episode or sit tight for next week, and then come back and listen after you've seen the show.
Right. Hello. Everyone.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. We've got the gang's all here tonight.
We do. We have a menagerie of people.
A menage a trois. No.
No.
That's what I thought you were going to say. And I was like, wait, what?
Welcome to the menage a block party.
Yeah. Hey.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. We
whatever makes your cookie crumble.
Right. We have gathered here today to
this menagerie,
to the menage a trois, to discuss Mixtape Tour 2022.
Should we intro and
let's do it and get right into it.
Get right into the meat and potatoes,
the nuts.
The nuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Balls.
The nads.
The nads. Grab them right by the nuts. I don't know.
All right. This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is Kelley.
And this is Courtney.
And this is Jill.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey.
Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody.
Not this menagerie.
No, we're going to get it started and get it started right.
You got it
quickly, right?
Right? Play that beat.
Bang.
Let's play it again.
Okay. So I am jealous. Number one.
No.
Ooh, we haven't done that in a long time. Brooke is frozen. She is completely frozen.
This is okay.
She's like mid about to speak, but
it's a no.
I don't know where she went.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
You said jealous. And she went to another world.
Yes. And I've always wanted to go to like the first show, always. And I just think it's really cool that you guys did that. So let's hear all about your shenanigans.
Well, I'll start off first because I got there first.
Mhm.
So I got picked up by one of the Blockhead Unite girls with a sign that had a picture of Joey on it with my name, and I was super excited about that.
Aw.
And then I went and hung out with some of them, and then they brought me through to pick up Jill because she flew in. Jill, what time did your plane kept getting moved around and all this different crap?
That feels like 6.5 years ago.
It does feel like 6.5 years ago.
I don't know. My flight got in almost like at midnight.
Yeah. So we went and scooped her up at the airport, and then the girls were gonna take us to our hotel, but Jill didn't know what was happening. We swang by a gas station. We got some Grippo's barbecue potato chips because that's what you do when you're in Cincinnati. And then we went for a ride. Where'd we go, Jill?
They took us for a swing past the arena just to like see all the buses out there and like get y'all excited. And
Yeah, it was so
there's
exciting.
a ton of buses out there for sure.
Yeah, and they said they weren't there the night before, so we got lucky that they were there. Well, I mean, they would have been. It was the day before, so it was exciting. And then we almost saw Donnie because we ended up driving around and we saw this one guy. He's a veteran, and one of the girls were going to give him one of their tickets because they had upgraded, and they wanted to give him a ticket because he's an older gentleman, but he's like, I love the new kids. This is fun. So they gave him one of their old tickets that they didn't need so he could go to the show. But he was
Aw.
outside the hotel looking for the guys, and we saw him. And then when we left, they were taking us to the airport. Apparently, Donnie showed up. Like Jill, it had been what, like 30 minutes later?
Maybe.
We would have missed him. And he posted a picture in the lobby with fans. Right? The odds were not in our favor. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Nothing was in our favor for the entire week because wait, what is it? Mercury needed Gatorade. That's what I say.
Yep.
Mercury was in retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
what happened? Oh, well, you'll tell us. You'll tell us.
We'll tell you. I don't want to like tell the whole story. So the next we got to our hotel, and then was there anything weird about that hotel? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Wait,
The
what
next
was
day? But not that. Was it? No, it was the next day that there was weird stuff.
that was that hotel? Oh, it was a hotel.
So anyway, the next day we get up, we go to the show. We'll start there. And
The next day,
like,
yeah.
like you were saying, Nikki, it was incredible to be at the first show. Like to have zero spoilers, have no idea what the first song is going to be. You don't know where they're coming out, what they're doing. You don't know what song's next. You don't know when they're going to be on the B stage. You don't know where they're going to stand. You don't know what outfits they're going to be wearing. Like each moment was like, oh my God. Like it was thrilling. I will forever try to go to the first show of Big
100%.
Doors for now on. Like it was so much fun. And we were fortunate. We had great seats. We were on the floor. So like we were like right in the thick of it. And it was so much fun. So much fun to like, you know, every time they come out in a new outfit, you're like, oh my God, look what they're wearing. And I have to say, I loved everything that they were wearing this time, except for, nothing, except for nothing. I loved everything they were wearing. It was like every time I felt like I got something better.
I would say, what did you not like?
I loved everything. I don't know why
I was questioning you for a minute.
No, I loved everything.
You know what I didn't like is when they wore the sweaters for extra long. I was like, they got to be so hot in those sweaters.
Oh yeah.
But they're not doing
the
that.
Sweatshirts?
Yeah, the sweatshirt.
Oh, you guys call them sweaters. That's right.
Well, I'll call it a sweater, a sweatshirt,
call it a
a
sweatshirt.
jumper, a hoodie.
Bryn calls them sweaters. I'm like, where did you get that from? Like we call
For me,
these
it's a
sweatshirts.
sweater. To me, a sweater is something your grandma knitted that has like cats embroidered on it.
Yeah.
But it's a sweatshirt. I would actually call that what they were wearing, a hoodie.
Yeah.
A sweatshirt doesn't have a hood.
Tinsel.
And a sweater is like knitted and got tinsel in it or some shit.
Agreed.
Yeah, tinsel.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
So we went to the Cincinnati show. What did we do after that show? Wait, I don't even remember the show ending. We did so much, Jill.
Where our seats were when they came out for the Whisper, like John was like directly behind us, like, one row
There's
behind
only
us.
one person separating us from Jonathan, the Disney freaking prince. He's so gorgeous. Sorry, okay, I got excited. And then
we
that
all-
was the night that Joey picked the girl up with the cast and had her on his box.
Aw.
On his box. And there's pictures of that one. I said it, Joey's box. What else happened that night?
I'm trying to think of stuff still from the show. Like,
What did they wear at the end? Because the last few shows they've been wearing the Celtics jersey, but what did they wear that first night? Because it was not a Celtics jersey
they came out in
at the end.
for Step by Step in the black jackets with the
Yeah.
heart on it, and then they wore that all the way through the end.
The first night. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things that they did differently the first night that they didn't do the other nights.
They were having some pretty bad mic problems, were they
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were.
There's some sound issues for sure.
Yeah.
And Joey didn't know the words to
That
Bring
was
Back the Time.
amazing. I loved that part. I loved
Yeah.
it.
The words to that, and then they in the like the little like cruise mix where they play all the fun songs. They played "Pour Some Sugar on Me," and
They did.
Donnie was like, "I'll take this one for Jordan." And then the next night, that song was no longer part of the set list. I'm like,
Yep.
I guess
I
Jordan's
wonder
over that.
why.
He's over it. He's
Yeah.
like, no, that's
Okay.
Yeah, I
50
think he
years
just
ago.
was over it.
Yeah. I mean, it is good. Like that little, you called it the cruise mix or set, but I always call it the D Nice set.
Mhm.
Like I got super excited when I saw D Nice pop up there. I was like, oh shit, what's about to happen? And I'm like, are we about to be surprised again? There's no way we're gonna be surprised again on all these shows. But it was really cool anyway with what they did.
Talk about that, Kelley.
Oh my gosh.
When they started playing Twisted.
Yeah, so
Oh my
your girl
God.
here has never seen Twisted live. I've never seen it live. And when that came on, Jill got a picture of me that you'll have to share, Jill. It's highly embarrassing, but at the same time, it fully embodies the emotion I was feeling at the time, like dead. We were on the floor, and I don't even know how many rows back we were, but it wasn't a lot. Like we were still in a good view, and holy shit. They do this thing with the flashlights. I literally DM'd Donnie that and I said, listen, what bringing back Twisted and Sweet Dreams, heaven, those flashlights, whenever they say kiss it, they point those flashlights at the greatest places at the right moments. And I'm like, Joe girl down. I am dead. It was everything. Hi. I have goosebumps right now.
Yeah, I never knew that flashlights could be so hot.
Never. And then whenever you're watching and then you see the flashlight go right across your eyes, you're like, it's dead level with you. You're like, oh, it's like you feel it.
I still haven't seen that part.
Okay, don't look it
Oh
up.
my
girl.
God.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to give like too many spoilers.
No. Okay.
No,
well,
and it's fun. Like I'm here for it. That's fine. I feel like I said this before. I need to go find that part and watch it. I just hadn't.
Mhm.
well, on my YouTube, I have uploaded the whole video of it.
Okay, I will go there.
Ooh, sorry. Okay, we need to move
Kelley,
on.
are you feeling tingly all over?
In select places, yeah. But and then I can't think of anything else that was like. Oh well, I'm pretty sure Jill was super excited to hear "Baby I Believe in You" again.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
It was
Joe
good.
and Joe's live, we had the little tease that it could be happening.
Right.
But when it
Oh, that's
happened,
right. I remember that.
Mhm.
yeah,
Ugh.
like I personally don't think that Jordan has looked this good in years. Like he looks good.
And he looked
Yo,
good before, but
Exactly.
oh my.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And I'm not, I mean, I'm in every
Yeah.
kid, girl, but you know what I mean. And I was like, said, wow, Jordan. Wow.
Oh, just
How
wait till
you
you see him in
doing?
person. Just wait till you see him in person.
I can't wait to see him in person.
Oh, Brooke, you're gonna die.
I
You're gonna die.
cannot wait
He
for
looks
that
so
moment.
good. And the fact that that man is 52 years old is like,
It's insane.
it's insane.
Very insane. Very insane.
So good.
That's crazy, though.
It
Oh
is
my
crazy.
God.
Joe, was this the night? This was the night that we just wanted food, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because I wrote all that down of what happened that night. So I'm going to try to find it. But it may take me a minute, so we should talk about some stuff. Actually, I could probably do it from brain.
Yeah. So, needless to say, the show was incredible. Like, if you get an opportunity to see the first show of the tour, I would for sure 100% recommend doing that. It was a really cool experience. It was like different than any time I've ever seen them. And because of that, like, I'm not somebody who has the willpower to be like, I'm not going to watch any of the stuff. Like, I'm like trying to find every live possible. I'm looking at every picture, every angle, every YouTube video, everything. Because I just don't have that kind of willpower. Yeah.
Same.
So to be able to experience like that is the only way that I would be able to go into a show with no spoilers. And it was amazing.
Oh, it was so good. I knew that I wanted to do a first show just to see, like I did the last show of the last tour, and I'm like, this is great to see the final one. And like they kind of are sad, like, oh, this is over now, and blah blah blah. And then you're like, well, now I got to do the first one. So I was excited to be able to do the first one. I should just say I'm excited that Jill convinced me to do the first one. She's such a pusher.
Do it, Jill.
Yeah.
She's good at that.
No regrets.
No regrets. Mercury was definitely needing her Gatorade though. This was the night that the day before the show we went and got our rental car. And that all went fine and smooth. Oh no, the lady was a bee at first.
Oh.
It happens.
And
Yeah.
then we went to the show and everything happened. We got back to the hotel and oh no, that's a lie. After the show was over, all we wanted to do was eat. We were freaking starving and we were tired, we were exhausted, and we just wanted to put food in our bellies and go to sleep. So we drove. Okay, I found it. So we went to the Waffle House because there's a Waffle House near us, but there was no bus, so we just kept driving. Then we went to McDonald's and it said closed until 4 a.m. for maintenance. Okay. Burger King, they were closed. We went to Taco Bell and they said, sorry for the inconvenience. We're not taking any orders right now. Please come back in 5 to 10 minutes. Cool. We pulled around and we sat and we parked, waited about 5 to 10 minutes. We went back up. Another car started to go back up too. Sorry, we're for the inconvenience. We're not taking orders right now. Come back 5 to 10 minutes. Fine. See you later. We went to Wendy's and they were closed. We went back to Taco Bell because this time it'd been 5 to 10 minutes more. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're not taking orders right now. Come back 5 to 10 minutes. Jill's pissed.
I'm
Jill's
irate.
livid. Fine. So we looked up on the GPS for a different McDonald's and we went to this other McDonald's. It was about 8 miles away. Thanks for choosing McDonald's. We were only accepting cash at this time. Sorry for the inconvenience. Awesome. We have $2.
Aw.
So we leave. Let's just go back to Taco Bell because it's definitely been more than 10 minutes now. Cool. Taco Bell. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're only doing DoorDash orders right now. You fuckers.
Oh my gosh.
So then there was a Gold Star chili. So the night before, when I was with the Blockhead Unite girls, we did a whole thing of Gold Star chili, or not Gold Star, Skyline chili, because that's a thing in Cincinnati, and Gold Star is like the second best one or whatever. So we're like, we see the Gold Star, but we knew we didn't want to do something similar to what we had the night before. I'm like, screw it. I googled them, and I'm like, look, they got burgers. She's like, I just want fries. I'm like, they got French fries. Cool, let's go over there because they were hopping. So we get to Gold Star. This is so funny. And they say, thanks for choosing Gold Star. What can I get for you? She goes, I didn't choose Gold Star. Gold Star chose me.
I was so mad.
Oh my god.
I know that's a long story, but you have to hear the whole thing to be able to laugh at the end.
Oh
Oh
my gosh.
I loved it. Jill's just like, every time she sees Taco Bell now.
We're like officially over. We're no longer friends. We don't talk.
You're
I'm done.
officially divorced.
We're divorced. Yes.
We did literally try them another night because we were just like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. We just need food in our bellies and go back to our hotel. And we gave them another shot and it was horrible. We're like 20 minutes in line and we didn't even get to order. We're like, let's go somewhere else. Anyway, so that was
then the next
Cincy.
morning we wake up and the power is out in our hotel.
What?
And we're like, oh crap.
What?
Yes, so like in the whole place. Like I look at my phone and notice it's not charging. I'm like, what's going on? And Kelly's like, we have no power in our room, but we can like hear like people in the hallway and stuff. So Kelley peeks out and she's like, we have no power. And they're like, yeah, it's the whole hotel. There was like a car accident outside that they hit a transformer and like it blew for the whole hotel and they only had the generator running.
Oh God.
So we're like, okay. So we like get ourselves up and ready. I showered with Kelly's phone in the shower for light.
Oh my God.
That's
You
amazing.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So and then like we get all our stuff together and we go to leave and we were parked in a parking garage and
Second
like
floor.
the power had come back on. So like we get out of the hotel, no problem. We go to get into the parking garage and there's a guy there like checking on the elevator and he's like, we just turned it on here. Let me let you in and then I'll meet you up on the second floor where your car is. And we get in and we don't go anywhere. So then we're stuck in the elevator for like 20 minutes.
No, we went to the second floor, but the door wouldn't open.
Yes, yeah.
That's right. You sent that
I
picture.
remember that. Yes.
And then they had like bring the fire department out to help us and rescue us. So it was like a whole thing.
Oh my God.
It was
You
a-
guys had an
cool.
adventure.
Oh, we had an adventure for sure. And this is the first city.
This is the first city. We finally got out of the elevator, and sadly, the firefighters were not hot.
Oh.
That's all right.
Well, that's
They
a
were
bummer.
funny.
Yes.
They were funny though. I'm trying to remember that road trip from Indiana to.
That's when we made all our road stops.
We did roadside attraction day. We did, and we tried to go find. Well, we found Larry Bird because he went to college over there. We found Larry Bird. I got a picture of him. The world's largest rocking chair. A large bowling pin. What else did we get pictures of? The gas station sign garden. It was really cool. It just looked like somebody's side yard that they like collected all the stuff and just displayed it. I think the rocking chair was our first thing. Oh no, we saw the big friendship fountain and then the two bear things.
Yeah.
I don't remember the story about that one, but that was when Jill fed birds chicken nuggets.
Ooh, that's like a little dark.
The chicken nugget had fallen on the floor, so I was just giving it back to nature.
Oh my God. Here, have your cousin.
Is it his cousin though? It could just be pink slime.
Oh
We
my
don't know.
goodness.
And then we tried to see there's this periodic table of elements that was supposed to be like a roadside attraction. Turns out that MFer's inside a freaking building we couldn't get into. That was kind of bummed because we want to take a picture with titanium. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That would've been neat.
there's no show that day, so we had like just a travel day. So we decided to book it with. Let's look at all the random stuff that's on the road between Cincinnati and Indianapolis.
Yeah, and then time totally got away from us, and I feel like we lost 2 hours somewhere. And we're like, holy crap, it's like 9:30. We need to just get back to the hotel. I don't remember any crazy things happening at that hotel.
I don't know.
I can't even remember that hotel. I swear to you. The whole week is a blur.
Did it have a free breakfast?
Indiana have a free
Yes,
breakfast.
Because you went down and got breakfast without me.
Yes, it did have a free breakfast. As a matter of fact, I know what's wrong with that hotel. The freaking TV wouldn't work. Wouldn't let us hook up Netflix. It kept kicking us out. Freaking somebody get Mercury a Gatorade. That was that hotel. The breakfast was all right. I can't think of anything super crazy about that one. I don't know. It was cute. It was a little sweet and had a table, so I was able to like bling up some of our shirts there. And the breakfast was decent. I wouldn't write home, to Aunt Patty about it or nothing, but it was decent. It was better than some places what you get. So this is the indie show.
Yes. We went to Slug Lounge for the
Yes, we
Oh,
did. Slugga Lounge was amazing. So as most of you guys know, Courtney and I do stuff for No More Games Radio, and we've recently interviewed Ryan Lane and Vinny. And the time of I think that week was when Vinny's interview aired, but Ryan was a few weeks prior. And so Ryan knew who I was whenever I was there. Courtney wasn't with us yet, but he knew who I was whenever I was there, and I gave him a bracelet, and he's still wearing it today, which is super fun. But we had so much fun in Slugga Lounge, and I finally got to tell KG that he's my favorite. So now he knows. And I told Slugga Bear that I was running a petition, a campaign to figure out who he was under the mask, and I think I figured it out. But I don't know. So it was so much fun. And their swag that they're giving away this year is these really great necklaces. I actually like it. I don't know if I'll wear it again. I have it hanging up, but
Yeah, it's not
That's
just like your
cool.
normal lanyard. It's like a little, not a little. It's a blinged out bear. So
Yeah.
which was something different, which was cool. Yeah.
And they still had the Naughty by Nature chair that you could sit in and take pictures, and they still did the dancing, and they gave away prizes, and it's just like an hour of like fun. And yeah, and it wasn't super crowded, which was nice because I feel like the ones we did last tour were very crowded.
Oh yeah.
And it felt a little overwhelming. This one was super not crowded.
It's like much more intimate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if
That's
they
cool.
have less tickets, like if they're not selling as many tickets to the Slugga Lounge this time, which could make sense because they don't want to have a whole bunch of people piled on top of each other. Maybe. I don't know how that works. I didn't ask. But anyway, the indie show, we had amazing seats too, Joe.
We did have good seats there too.
Oh, KG shoved his microphone in my face. Like the actual speaking microphone. And had me sing something, but I don't think anybody could hear me. I think that might have been one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
We were in a spot along the side. So like, do you want to explain our seat? I keep talking to explain our seat.
So our seats, so we purchased handicap seats for that, handicap seats for that show. But they were on the floor, but it was like not with like all the floor seats. It was like to the side. Like usually where like the boxes are set up, the cases that the guys stand on. So we were kind of like right along the wall, which was nice because I could still like sit in my chair and see what was happening rather than like somebody standing right in front of my face.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were like perfectly between like the main stage and the B stage. So you got a good view of both sections. And then it was, like when they roll the cases out, everyone's like, where's the case gonna go? And we had like cases on either side of us, which was pretty cool. And then so for the Whisper, I guess it was Danny was standing like on the case right by us. But for tonight, later on, Jordan was like in the front and John was behind us. And poor Jordan got lost going to his case. He was like looking for it all over the place and couldn't find it. And then I have a video of it. I'll have to give that to you guys. And he's like looking for like where do I go? And eventually they got him back to like where he was supposed to get him on his case.
It
Jordan,
was cute.
This is where you go, right here.
It was pretty cute.
Right in my lap.
I was just gonna say that right here. On my lap.
Right. This chair is for you.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was.
I got a box you can stand on.
Trying to think if anything else eventful happened that night.
I think a lot of our events for that night was mainly just the seats were great. Oh, the lady next to us brought her husband. She's a new fan, but she told me flat, she's like, her name was Ginger, and I loved her. She was in her mid-50s. She's a new fan of New Kids on the Block as of last year. She found them during the pandemic, and she loves them. And Donnie's her favorite, and she'd never seen them before in concert. So I had my phone and was videoing her when I knew the opening already from the night before. So she stood up from her chair and was recording, and her husband's just like, what am I getting myself into? But I peeked back and recorded her face when she saw them come out the first time, and it's so priceless. Oh, I love it so much. But I got her phone number and I sent her the little video of her face, and she's just like in awe, and
I love that.
It was super cute. So that was neat. Yeah. And then what did they change up in the show? This was when we realized there was no more portion of sugar on me. And they
Joe
wore
learned,
this. What?
Joe learned the words to bring back the time.
Joe learned the words. Oh, and in Twisted, they all took off the sweatshirts at this point, and they're just in black. I think John wore a black t-shirt, but they all else wore black tank tops, which was good. I thought they were going to overheat anyway. And
You were concerned.
I was concerned. I mean, this is a lot of work they're putting into it. We only went to 4 shows and traveled for a week, and it wore us the hell out. I can only imagine what it's like to be them and doing this constantly. I was like, I don't know how they do this.
Oh my God.
The snow, Kelley. That was the other.
No, I'm not going to tell that. That's your story.
So on the first night, so I have not seen them do this before, but like during summertime, when they talk about the seasons change,
Mm-hmm.
in this tour, they make it start snowing when the seasons change, which was like super cute. And
That's
like
so cool.
The first night there was not a ton of snow, and it was like it could use more snow. And then on the second night there was so much snow that like Jordan and Joe were like choking on the snow.
Oh my God.
What did Donnie say? It was only supposed to be a light flurry.
Not a nor'easter yet.
Oh, it was so funny. And then they definitely reeled it back in a little bit for the third one. Yeah, I can't think of much more different for this show.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a ton of changes. There was just a few little things. Oh, they wore Larry Bird jackets at the end.
They did. They wore the blue Larry Bird jackets.
Yeah, the Indiana State.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Bird
That
on the
was
back.
cool.
Mhm.
Where was their next show? Was their next show the very next night?
Yeah.
Yes, we got up the next morning and we drove to Nashville.
What happened on the way to Nashville? Oh, we saw the world's largest butter knife and the fork in a road.
Oh.
We have not found a spoon. Ironically, these are off of a road called Bunch Road, but it should be called Brunch Road.
Mm.
Yeah,
They missed that opportunity.
they did miss that opportunity. It was super cute. And it was fun to go and see that stuff. But and then we went to Nashville. Okay, Nashville was the night we had calzones.
No, that was in Indianapolis.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we missed that. There was a really cool calzone place across from the Indianapolis arena, and it was called
Sauce on the Side.
Sauce on the Side. So if you ever go to Indianapolis and they do the show there, you got to go to Sauce on the Side. It was super good and super funny. They were a riot, those people in there, and the food was delicious. Anyway, we're going to Nashville now, so we drove to Nashville and we got to our hotel and had a little bit of.
We had like no time.
No time.
Yeah.
I don't remember this very well.
Nashville was we went to the wrong hotel.
We did.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. See, Mercury still needed her Gatorade. We ended up going to the wrong hotel because I had a hotel written down, but we had changed it, and I knew we changed it, but I never had it updated the address. So we were literally at the hotel and realized we were going the wrong one. Had to turn around and go 20, 30 minutes more out the other way.
Yeah. It was, we just like constantly battled things like that. That was Mercury's in retrograde. That's what happened.
It was horrible.
That show was good. Our seats were like, where were our seats for that night? I'm trying to remember.
They were first row lower bowl, similar to where we were for India.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we sat next to these two women.
Oh yeah.
One was from Florida, which is where we're from, and it turned out she was last tour. She was in Barstools in Orlando, which is where we were, and she's like, I was right in the middle, and we were right in the middle. So like we had to have been close to her.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
And we found out that in the Jacksonville show this year that we are like sitting in the same row as her. Like it's crazy. Like, what are the chances of that happening?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, totally small world.
And she was there with a person who's not even a blockhead. It's just a friend of hers who came. What'd she say? She's a blockhead supporter?
Yeah, she leans over to me. She's like, I have to admit to you, I know like 2 songs. and I'm not a blockhead, but I am a blockhead supporter. And she had a blast. It was like, I love to see that too. People who like come in a little bit skeptical and then you see them have like such a good time. Because they really do put on such a great show.
They do.
They really do. Like, you don't have to be a diehard to be, to have a good time at their show.
Yeah, absolutely
Not at all.
not. Absolutely not.
No. Who did we get that night? Oh, they put a box in front of us and then they moved it.
Yes.
Oh, bastards.
That was the night Jordan fell off the wall.
It was.
What?
Was that
Wait
night?
a minute. What? I missed this.
So during tonight, when Jordan comes to his section, he's standing on his box. He found his box this time. And then
Oh, good job.
and then
Oh, but we had Donnie this time. We didn't have John on the other side of him.
right. And then he stood up on the wall. And when he stood up on the wall,
Shouldn't
he
have.
like lost his balance or something, and he ended up falling into like the crowd there.
He played it off great.
Oh,
Played it off
Lord.
great. And then Donnie comes walking up. He's like, Jordan, are you okay? And then like the next thing you know, you see Jordan pop back up, like, I'm good.
There's Donnie right next to him.
And they both get up and they're like dancing and singing on the case again. Yeah.
That was funny. It was so funny. But what was cute was that he shouldn't have stood on that wall. One, it was thinner than some of the other walls, and they had like a drape over it that wasn't tight, so it was kind of loose. So if he shifted his feet, like I could see him losing his balance for sure.
Oh,
And
yikes.
I saw another video from a different angle because I was recording, and in my recording, because I had to like lean over and like face that way, you can just see Jordan go down, and then you see Donnie look over and he goes down, and then a few minutes later you see Donnie or Jordan pop up, and then Donnie pops up next to him. Like, that's hilarious. But in the different video that I saw about different angle, you can see where he like fell and this girl like catched him, and then he just sat there with his arm around her, like sang with her for a little bit. Like, I guess like his way to say thank you, because she kind of caught him. But he did a good save for sure.
Oh, gosh.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Those guys, what they go through.
We got to give them a hell of a lot more credit than what we do. It's insane. And then was this the night? This was the night. This was the night we got to touch them.
Yeah.
You touched Jordan, am I correct?
No.
Oh, no, I told you. No, I didn't. I
No.
told you if Jordan was in front of me and he was allowing us, I was going to reach out and see if I could touch him. And I just wanted to warn you. Because where the box was, it looks like I was going to be closer. I was like, I just need you to know. Oh, because no, you touched Joe, Donnie, and John. You touched John, and then John turned. I can't even remember. I'm messing it all up. I know I had John or Donnie's hand. He grabbed my hand, and he was really sweaty. His palm was very sweaty. I didn't get to touch Joe because you fist bumped Joe, and then he turned away before me, and I'm like, you got the wrong one, bro. And then, and then John, we both got fist bumps from John, I think.
Joe has the like softest little baby hands I've ever felt in my life.
Oh,
He
I love
must
him.
moisturize.
Yeah, he must
Of
moisturize.
course. He moisturizes very well.
And then the
then
next day, sorry, go ahead.
I was say, did anything happen to us that night? No, that was the night we gave Taco Bell a second chance and decided, nope, we're definitely over.
Yeah.
And we went and got Wendy's.
Oh my gosh, but I love Taco Bell.
Listen, she literally gives them the middle finger salute. And we went by a Taco Bell that had the employee of the month written on the sign out front, and his name was Dane. So now she says, F you, Dane. And she goes by a Taco Bell. And then here's another fun fact that I tried to get a picture with Marcelo, because I definitely am a fan of Babs and Marcelo because I love photography as well. So I love their work. So I tried to get a picture with Marcelo. I'm like, I'm a fan of yours. I want a picture with you. And he wouldn't take a selfie with me. It was Mixtape Tour 2019. And he's like, no, I'm not here to do that. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I respect that. You're working. Okay, whatever. And so then he walked by us so many times, and I told Jill, I'm like, he's Taco Bell to me.
Oh my gosh.
He won't take a selfie with me. I'm like, Taco Bell. I'm like, F you, Dane. Okay, go ahead, Jill.
Oh my gosh.
So then the next day, we finally got to meet up with Courtney.
Yay!
Yay!
So I flew into St. Louis on Friday night while they were in Nashville for
Yeah.
that show. So yeah, you guys finally got there. Oh, gosh, was it around 1 maybe?
Yeah, I think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I came down to help them, and they were going to check into their room, and their room wasn't ready. So I was like, well, I have my own room, so bring all your crap up. So that's what they did. So we just hung out in my room, visiting and chatting until their room was ready. And so they
Yep.
went all the way back downstairs to go check in, and she'll text me. She was like, you have to go really far. We're across the hall from you.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome though.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
was.
most times I'm like, can I please get a room next to my friend? And they're like, no. And I didn't even ask this time, and it worked out perfectly.
Perfectly. It was perfect. That was a nice hotel, but it was interesting because I kind of felt bad. I was walking around wearing Wu-Tang shirts, and there was a big evangelist convention at the church
Yes, there
or at the
was.
hotel.
Yep.
And I was like, well, one day a lady in the elevator, she was definitely like the pastor's wife. She asked me what my shirt said, and I was like, well, it's Wu-Tang Clan. She's like, is that like a music group? I'm like, yeah. Interesting. So yeah, we once our room got ready, we went to our room to try to take little naps or whatever, and we're exhausted at this point. All the driving, the shows, the screaming and singing, and the insanity of going to that many shows back to back. It's another level. I'm not of the age to be able to do this crap like that anymore.
Yeah, I
So
think like my limit is three shows in a row. And
Yeah.
I don't think that I can do before again.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's a blast. I love it. I don't regret any of it. But like, I think in the future, I would like set myself up better to only do 3 shows in a row.
and
I mean,
it
that's a
still,
lot.
It is, and it still would have been fine. And I'm not saying this to like dig Jill at all, but it would have been great to do the first one and then have an off night and do the next one and then have an off night and then do the third. It would have spaced it out great, I think. But I still honestly, I'm gonna say it, Jill. I'm gonna say it. I'm glad we went to Nashville.
Yay!
I was so against it for so long, and I was like, no Nashville, no Nashville. Courtney knows it too, because I'm like, she's trying to get me to say yes. This heifer bought parking before we even had tickets to Nashville. I think she bought the parking before she even told me how bad she wanted to go to Nashville.
Yeah, I definitely have parking before I
Gosh.
told you.
I was like, are you shitting me right now? Anyway, Courtney.
Yes.
So we get to go to the show, and then there was a surprise for you.
Yes, there was. Well, I heard you two as you were getting off the elevator.
I knew
Oh,
you
really?
did.
Yes, I heard you. You two were like, should we tell her? And I was like, what the hell are they plotting?
Tell her what?
What are they doing? But I didn't say anything because I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And then a little bit before, I guess it was a little bit before we left, you were like, we have a surprise for you, Courtney. And I was like, oh shit. Because I hate surprises. Like, I hate them.
Oh, I didn't know
Like,
that.
don't ever tell me that you have a surprise for me and then not tell me what it is, because it drives me fucking crazy.
We were to the point where we were going to have to tell you something because you're going to figure it out.
Yeah, well, I think finally you said, like, we have a surprise about our seats. And I was like, okay. And then Jill's like, it's not a bar stool. It's not a 5-star. It's nothing like that. I was like, all right. So we get there, and like, Jill, I think like you were showing him the ticket person the tickets, and
I
you were
tried
like,
to
don't
distract
look.
you.
Don't
Yeah.
look. And I was like, I'm not looking. So then we found one of the peoples, the workers, to take us to our seats, because Joe needs the backstage route. So we go downstairs, like, and they take us through like the freight elevator.
Yep.
When we get down there, and isn't it, what's that arena called? Bridgestone? I forget.
I think so.
Enterprise.
Bridgestone.
Enterprise.
Enterprise in St. Louis. Well, their parking for buses is underneath the arena. We saw all the buses.
We walked between the
that's
buses.
awesome.
We walked between the buses. I took pictures of the buses. Not that I know whose is whose, but I took pictures of the buses. So that was pretty awesome to get to see all of that and like, all the signs for the backstage stuff.
They could have
That's
been
so
in those
fun.
buses.
It could have been.
Like literally, we got to our seats, and I saw one of the Ill Town people, Ryan, actually went live, and he was in his bus. I'm like, we just walked right by you.
Yeah, they could have all been resting after meet and greet. I don't know.
Or they
but-
could have been looking out the windows saying, like, look at those fine ladies.
Hey.
In my
Um,
dreams.
But
Well, Courtney did ask because they have the colors written on the front. You don't know the numbers or nothing. It's just
Yeah.
colors, but it's not their colors. There's one that says purple, and I'm like, that's not right. But I think
there's a
you
blue
asked,
bus and there was a red bus. I mean, that could have been Joe and
but-
Jordan.
who's purple though?
Maybe purple's like salt and pepper.
Maybe
true.
somebody asked if
Think they
purple was
share
Jordan.
though?
I touched the blue one.
Who
I
knows?
touched the blue one. I touched the butt. And the guy, oh gosh, when we were leaving, Jill, you were doing a naughty,
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
I was recording.
and the
I-
guy was saying
Wow.
comments about we'd get in a lot of trouble with people recording down here. She's like, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, Courtney,
What do you
continue
mean?
how we got to our seat.
So we get to our seat and Jill did good. We were in the second row of the bowl. And behind
Oh,
us
that's
were
awesome.
some VIP people.
Yep.
And then the next section over, we were in 117, so it was 116. I think it counted down that way. And one row back was Danny's family.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And
So
this was his birthday.
yes, this was Danny's birthday this
Oh,
night.
nice.
hmm
So they had actually put Danny's box in front of us, and then he wouldn't come to the box because he wanted to go to his dad.
Yeah.
So
dog
he like
him.
went up the stairs to his dad instead. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, I get it.
Yeah. So was it during tonight? Donnie
Yeah.
jumped up into the row behind us because there were girls that had on all this like
Colorful
light up,
stuff.
colorful like light up stuff, and he got up there and was taking pictures and video with them because he saw them from the stage. So that was pretty cool that he was that close.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah.
Note to self: wear light up clothing.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Definitely something to get the attention is where it's at.
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
So, but it was, I loved it. Like the whole show from beginning to end was so good. Like I didn't think that they could top 2019, but I think this tops 2019.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing to me. It's like they've been doing this for so long, and like we've all seen a lot, right? And it's like
Yeah.
they continue to come up with new and creative ideas.
Like Donnie's mind is like, I want to be inside his brain. Like
Yeah.
how does he come up with some of this stuff?
I don't know.
He
So
is,
good though.
yeah, he is.
I love what they did with, listen, Joey and Griffin been taking them dance classes, and Joey's definitely picked up on some stuff. The moves that man does on the catwalk right before Twisted, fire. Please don't go, girl. Chef's kiss.
Yes.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Well, even just some of the new graphics that they had
yeah.
this tour are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're so good.
Yeah, the
They're
whole
so
production is so well done and so fresh and creative and like
Yes.
new every single tour.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so good. And like it's literally from the time they come on that stage, it's like 2.5 hours.
It's
Yeah.
a good 2.5 hours. And
Long. So
even-
plan your pee breaks accordingly if you need to go to the bathroom, people. I'm just saying.
yes. And Rick is actually freaking phenomenal. In
He
Vogue
is.
is great. And their
Mhm.
outfits
Yes.
are great. I don't even know the right other words to use. But In Vogue's outfits are great. I love the silver dresses that they have.
So do I.
I have a question though for you, Nikki and Brooke. Brooke, you said you haven't really seen many teasers, but
No.
Nikki, I'm curious, what is something that you've seen as a teaser or something that somebody posted that you maybe excited to see for your first show?
I really am excited about seeing the very beginning.
The opener.
Because that was just insane watching that for the very first time. Even though I wasn't at the concert, I felt like I was at the concert. So I can't wait to see that in person.
You know what? It really threw me off because of how they do the song at the opener. It's like it starts to play and you get excited and then it stops.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, this is anticipation.
Right.
And it was killing me. It was good. I love the freaking 80s graphics too of like the video games.
I love
Yes.
that.
One funny thing about Rick Astley is he says, yeah, baby, like he's freaking Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. I
He's
am
so
really
great.
excited to see Rick Astley.
Oh, you should
And
be.
can I tell you, I was talking to Sadie about, because she's going to go. It's her first New Kids concert, obviously. And I told her that, hold on, my cat is getting into things. I told her that Rick Astley is going to be there. And she's like, who's that? And I said, you know, Rick Roll? And she's like, yeah. And I said, he's the Rick Roll guy. And she's like, wait, he's still alive? And I said, yes, he is.
As a matter of fact.
And
Yep.
so, like, we're excited to see the Rick Roll guy.
Heck yeah.
I have a friend who her daughter likes nostalgia stuff. She'd kill me if I don't know how old she is, but she's younger. And so for her birthday was early this year. Her mom said, what do you want for your birthday? She goes, Mom, I want Rick Astley tickets. I want to go to the Rick Astley concert. And I'm thinking, Rick Astley's doing a concert? And then she clarified to me, she's like, she wants to go to the New Kids concert because Rick's going to be there. So I bought her a Rick Astley shirt and had it sent to her so she can wear it to the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she's super geeked to see Rick, and I took pictures when we were there and I sent him, and she showed it to Kira, and Kira tell her I hate her.
Wait, I have a question. Is he doing a meet and greet?
No,
No.
not that I've
think
seen.
so.
Salt and
Because-
Pepper were doing meet and greets,
Yeah.
but the
Canceled
same
them.
friend of mine, she just got a refund because it got canceled.
I thought
They
that. I
canceled
thought
all
people
of
were getting
them. I've been
refunds. Yeah.
But I did see something noted about last night's show that Peppa, Jill, I forgot to tell that story. That Peppa actually wasn't on stage last night. It was
Yeah.
just Salt, and there was apparently an injury or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I saw that too. I think like somebody was commenting in a group or something
Mm,
about it.
I should
So-
check and see if she is on tonight. Right? They
yeah.
have a concert tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're in
Yeah.
Houston.
There was one night we were really tired, and this was, I don't know where we were at this point. I'm telling you, everything runs together. I don't know what hotels where anymore. But there was this point where I told Jill, I put in earplugs at night. So I put in my earplugs and I look over at Jill and I said, I'm going to sleep. I'm balling up my blanket and I'm like, this is Joe. And there was something that happened earlier. I started to fall asleep and then I was laughed and woke myself up and I said that Peppa was talking to me. And what she said to me was, you okay, girl? So Peppa talked to me and said, you okay, girl? And then I rolled over and I was like, I'm going to go to sleep now. This is Joe. And I balled up the blanket. And I said, if I'm talking in my sleep, it's Peppa. If I'm moaning, it's Joe. Apparently, what happened, Jill?
She was like sleeping within seconds, and then she starts moaning in her sleep.
Oh my god.
I'm like, hey, Joe.
Hey Joey.
How you doing, boy? You find anything out, Nikki?
Not yet. No one is live, of course, because that's the story of my life.
Wait, well, they're an
Um,
hour behind us. Well, they should
Have
still be
people been
going.
going live?
It's
Hello?
8:54 here.
I do have to tell
don't-
you guys that
What time?
we have to tell our listeners because I've been messaged a couple times about how the concert was, and
Uh-huh.
Brooke and I actually haven't gone to the concert. Our
That's
friend Courtney went live
was
for
me.
us, and we'll probably, I mean, if people want to, we'll hopefully go live on our account so you guys can watch the show. But yeah, it wasn't us. It was Courtney.
Thanks, Courtney.
That was me in St. Louis.
In our upgraded seats.
Yes. Thanks,
They-
Jill.
They were great. Thank you, Jill.
So you guys got upgraded seats. I'll listen to this while I'm editing. So
Yeah, Jill decided that we needed to be closer, and so without telling Courtney, she found a really great deal on these seats where we ended up being. And then our seats, she was very generous and gifted them to some fellow blockheads that we all know and love.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
The
nice.
deal I got on the seats is ridiculous.
Really?
Ridiculous.
It was like too good to be true. Well, not it was true, but it was just like you
It
couldn't
was
pass it
too
up.
good to pass up. Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's definitely worth waiting until, like, what was it, 2 days before?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 days before the show. And
They were
I had
resale?
no, they weren't resale. They were just like suddenly opened up.
Oh.
And like it was second row in the lower bowl, right by the stage, and they were less than $100 a piece.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That's awesome. But we
Yeah.
have extra tickets in Boston if anyone wants to buy them.
Yes, we definitely have 2 extra tickets. We've managed to sell thanks to some of our listeners that are amazing and saw somebody that needed tickets and put us in contact. So we sold our 5 stars that we had for Mohegan. But we've sold on Ticketmaster. So I don't know if you guys know that they do this, but I figured I'm going to tell you. So if you relist your tickets on Ticketmaster, and maybe everybody already knew this, I did not know this. If people buy your tickets, you don't actually get the money until after the concert.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, and I wasn't even alerted. I didn't even see an alert that 2 of the tickets had sold. I actually like went into it and something weird was happening. And then I saw a thing that it said I had to like enter a payout account or whatever. And so when I did, I noticed, I was like, oh, 2 of our tickets sold for Boston. So we have 2 more tickets. They're amazing seats. Bought
They
by
really
mistake.
are.
I guess you could say by mistake. I don't know.
They're bought in a fury.
In a fury. That's even better. So if you're interested, we're selling them at cost or maybe even a little bit below. So
What kind of seats are those?
they're in the second row of the bowl. Yeah.
Which day?
Jill.
Yes. It's the 15th, right, Brooke? Yeah, because
It's the first night in
First
On
Boston.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then you just have to go to the second night with us too. So
You
know,
That's
guys,
right.
there's nothing like a concert in Boston. I don't mean to be a pusher, but
No,
I'm
there
only
really
doing,
I
isn't.
really want to see you guys before the
I'm
cruise.
only doing night 2. I'm not doing both this time.
We are going to get to see Courtney in Boston. That's
Yeah,
right.
we get to see
Yeah.
Courtney. Yes.
Are you guys going to the last show?
No.
I feel like you should.
Are you going to the last show?
Yes,
I
we
am.
are.
Where is it?
DC.
That's not that far away.
When is it? What's the date?
It's on a Saturday, so it's an easy day to get there.
Brooke, we could do it.
It's July
I'm in
20
Hawaii.
Oh,
The problem is, what's the date? Because there's a lot of concerts in Maine.
That's
July
true.
23rd.
July 23rd.
I'm
When is
going-
Backstreet?
Hold on. Let me get
It's
that
the
date.
weekend after Boston.
So
I already
Bax-
researched this for you. Jill and I literally go to Chicago and then come back from Chicago, and then the Monday night we have Backstreet Boys.
I'm supposed to be in Vermont. Supposed to be is the key word. Supposed to be.
So
The
you're
Backstreet Boys
saying
are the
there's a
21st.
chance.
Yeah, I'm saying
Okay.
there might be. Backstreet Boys is Thursday, the 21st. So we don't have any concerts on the 23rd.
The Backstreet Boys are the one that's right there in town, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
It's
just
going to be
have to
Oh
amazing.
my gosh.
I just thought of something from St. Louis.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Yes.
So before the show started, they're like showing videos and promos and things. Well, one of the videos is for the cruise. And this one, Kelley,
Ooh.
right there, she was sitting next to me, and all she was doing the whole time was going,
Elbow winner.
nudging me. I was like, are you going to give me the money? Who's going to pay for it? She was like, you are. I was like, yeah, right.
There's not much left. It's limited availability.
I know.
There's actually some really good priced rooms.
Well,
I don't mean to be a
Again.
pusher again, but
We're all
hey,
there.
I want to see you on the cruise.
the
so.
Benjamin
Listen.
that I planted in the backyard, it hasn't done much. So
You just go dig that up right now. Jill and I were sitting in the car before the Indianapolis show and just talking about how much we wanted Michelle and Amy to be on the boat. So I just said, screw it. Because Michelle, Amy, Jill and I, we have a little chat called the Mixtape road trip because we're going to road trip from Hershey to DC. So to like plan things out or whatever. And I went in that chat and I was just like, hello. Hi, Michelle and Amy. Since Nikki and Brooke are now on the cruise, I have a feeling that you guys should be on the cruise because you guys should really be there. And I said all this stuff. I'm like, listen, if it's absolutely not possible, just tell me to shut up now. But if there's a chance, then call me your pusher and let's fucking go.
And then Michelle started texting me.
You know that before we even went into the show, I got a message from her to add them to the list with their room number. I was so freaking excited.
That's what she said. She said that you guys were going to convince Amy to go because she didn't want to like push her to go. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
But it's so
And I
funny
was
'cause
like,
Amy called us right after Kelley sent that message and was like, I don't know if I can convince Michelle if she really wants to go or not.
Oh my gosh.
that's
I
so
was
they
lit-
both separately wanted to go, but didn't want to tell each other.
Yes.
They didn't want to push the other person to
Right.
do
And I
something
told
they didn't
Michelle, I
want to do.
said, you're not pushing her. You're just bringing it up. Like you're just
Yeah. You're just asking
saying,
questions.
yeah.
Do it.
Well, I love that. And that explains why Michelle said that there really wasn't much convincing involved.
Right.
There wasn't. No, you're welcome. You're welcome, ladies. I have absolutely no problem being the pusher. If I'm ever pushing too hard, just say, Kelley, seriously, it's not happening. And I'm like, okay, fine. But literally, Jill's like trained me right. So listen,
Well, it
that
was
whole first week
after-
wasn't supposed to happen. Jill convinced me.
It was
Oh,
after
what?
our conversation with Jill, or during our conversation with Jill, I was like, you know what? If it presents itself, fine. And it was like it was literally Jill. And it wasn't that hard. Like
I'm just gonna say that I feel like anything that I've ever tried to like give somebody a little nudge to do, no one has ever regretted it. Like I've never heard a bad review of like I shouldn't have done that. So I don't
no
feel bad.
regrets.
No.
No regrets. Not
I mean-
regretting nothing.
And I'm so excited you guys are going to be on the cruise.
I started off with 3 shows for this tour. Now I'm up to 5. So, you know.
I added Chicago, which was so silly of me. The reason why I added Chicago was so silly. Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, I'm only gonna do these ones, the Jacksonville and the Orlando. Those are my primary ones. They're home, you know? And I'm like, those are what I'm gonna do. And then I'm like, well, do we go to Boston this year?
No,
And
we
I'm like, I
decided
don't
early
know.
on we were going to do DC.
We didn't know we were gonna do the last show because we did it before and we really wanted to do it again. And then we had talked about the first week, and I'm like, I don't know. And then it was just like, I think I got mad at my job. Nobody there listens to this. I think I got mad at my job, and then I realized how much PTO I was going to have this year. And I'm like, F it. I'm like, when are those shows? What are the dates? And I said, let's do it. And we did it. And then I wasn't planning on doing Nashville, and then we did Nashville. And then, oh, this is way before that, though, where I really wanted to do an individual. And I was like, we couldn't get one. I was like, the only ones I qualify for is Jacksonville, Orlando, and DC. Were the only ones I qualified for. And I was like, oh, Chicago didn't go on sale yet. So that's how Chicago happened. And then, so now we're going to Chicago. And Courtney is dragging along for that one too.
Yes, I am. Well, I had said from the beginning I wanted to go to Chicago. I wanted to go to a city that I hadn't been to before for the concert. So,
How many
Antonio and Chicago were the first two that I bought, and then when night 2 for Chicago went on sale, I got Kelley. We have seats together for night 2.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Jill,
gonna have.
are you
great
going
views.
too?
Yeah, I'm only going to night 2 in Chicago.
So far.
So far.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to convince. So my best friend is going with me, and she is like, I am too old. I'm not going to 2 shows in a row, right? Like one show is my limit. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, I'm going to try to talk her into it. And then I was talking to her after this trip, and I was like, a week, it was so fun, but I'm exhausted. And she's like, you wanted me to do 2 nights. You're crazy doing 4 nights. I told you I wasn't doing 2 nights. So she's still hard on the no, I'm not doing 2 nights. But I'm going to work on her.
Yeah, work on her. You never know. You could find like a $70 seat.
That's kind of my thoughts, is to be like, oh my gosh, look how cheap these tickets are. They practically jumped into my wallet. I had to buy them.
We don't have to stay for the whole show.
Right, exactly.
Listen, a man told us when he helped us get to our seat in St. Louis, he's like, I'll come in and check on you guys, see if in case you guys want to leave early. And I'm like, don't waste your time. Beat traffic. I'm like, nah, don't waste your time.
We're not going to leave early.
No, brah.
We're going to stay until the cleaners
it wasn't
come.
the 4 shows that kicked my butt. It was all the travel.
Yeah, the travel is the big one. It really
We
is.
would be out until 1 o'clock in the morning because we would go to the show. The shows are over late, and then we would have to be up because Kelly's like, we're on the road at 7 o'clock.
I had a whole itinerary
on the road at 7 o'clock. So we were getting no sleep and then driving for 4 or 5 hours at a time. It's brutal.
Yep. And then you're screaming and you're singing and you're putting your body through so much. And yeah, like I said, I don't know how these guys do it as much as they do.
I really don't. I
they
really
get more
listening to you guys and just thinking about, they're performing and how are they doing that?
And they've got some years on us.
Yeah.
Granted, they're all in fantastic shape, but
right.
I don't know how they do that.
They're phenomenal.
My thoughts are that they don't have to drive.
Yeah.
Right? They just get on the bus and turn it off,
But it's still not a restful sleep, probably,
Yeah.
Maybe they get used to it.
If I was in their tour bus, I would probably not have a restful sleep either. But
Yeah, me either. Right there with you.
So
Donnie, this is his thing anyway. This is the norm for him, I feel team no sleep anyway.
Right.
But I don't know.
They were off on Tuesday and he flew home
to
Illinois to see Jenny, and then the next day hops back on a plane to get to the next city. He did it in 2019 too, when they had a day off.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's so crazy. You know what, Nikki, if you guys ever have him back, okay, let me rephrase this. Whenever you guys have Donnie back on the podcast, that's a definite question I want to know is how do you do this? This is exhausting for your fans that go to multiple shows. How do you put on this fabulous show all these nights, 57 whatever nights, and you literally sometimes only have 1 day off in between shows?
Yeah, I definitely would love to ask that question. Jill, put it into the universe.
Okay, I'm putting it into the universe. Very well there. Come back on to my So-Called Whatever podcast. We need to hear from you again. We have questions. We have questions that need to be answered. I'd also like to know from Jordan Knight how he has managed to keep his voice in such good condition all these years later, singing that falsetto the way he does all the time. How is he doing that? What does he do? What does he do? So Jordan, you must also come on the podcast.
Jordan really is overdue.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yes.
Oh man, I just realized we're outnumbered, Nikki.
No, we are outnumbered.
Oh yeah, you
We
are.
Always been
Um,
outnumbered.
But we'll always have popcorn
We will always have popcorn and bananas.
and bananas. And bananas.
but
Mm. Mm. Yeah, when he sang on the cruise to that banana.
I don't remember.
I don't
Oh.
remember the banana song.
I remember the banana. What song was that? I can't remember the song. It was sensual, and he just loving that banana.
What night was it?
I don't know. It wasn't our cruise.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
I was going to say, wow, 70s night is a blur. Holy.
70s night is definitely a blur.
Oh my God.
No, there was a banana. I am going to Google it right now. Joey McIntyre banana. Banana bread. No, not banana bread. Can't fight
Oh,
this feeling. He sang, I can't fight this feeling. It was about a banana. Oh, look, it's Boston Paula's video. Let me see. It was from 2016 is when she posted it. Oh my God. He's unpeeling it and he's singing about how he can't fight this feeling. It was a 2016 cruise.
Okay. We'll put it on our
Ugh.
website.
yeah.
Paula would probably love you sharing hers. So let me share you the link.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So to oh, perfect. It's right there. So guys, before we wrap up,
Yes, like a Jimmy hat.
it sort of.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I got a little excited.
Can you each share with us and those listening
Why
Mhm.
not?
what your favorite moment
This
of
is good. This
the
is good.
concert is?
Hmm.
I mean, that's pretty easy for me.
You start off because you had the one so far.
Yeah.
You start off.
Baby, I believe in you. Give me the fan. All of the fans.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that.
Oh,
I'm
it's
so excited.
good. The only thing that, I mean, the performance is amazing. It's very hard to photograph and film because the lights that are behind him for it are so bright. Like, I really wanted to get some good pictures of it, but I couldn't. At least
Yeah,
not
hard to.
from like the angle that I was facing. So
Yeah.
I have seen
so
some
good.
barstool angles of it, and they can get good video. So
Okay. All right. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I tried to adjust the lighting in my phone. I have
So did I.
and I couldn't get it perfect. It was
Me
either
either.
too dark or too bright.
Yeah.
hard.
But seeing him perform that again, even though it's just the first verse, like, I don't care. It's so good. So good.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm
Jill-
equally looking forward to that. Again, I'm not like, I'm a Joe girl, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I am a Jordan girl through and through, and I can't wait for Twisted.
I'm so excited.
I am very excited for that. Like, very.
My mouth is gonna be like on the floor the entire
Yes.
time we watch
I'm
it.
gonna take a picture of you.
Oh my God. I'm gonna just be like,
no,
that's exactly how I was when I was watching it. And I kept going, you guys, Twisted. And nobody cared.
right. Your family's like,
yeah.
They're just like, what? I don't know what
yeah.
you're talking about. I'm like, and there's flashlights.
Okay.
Nobody
Can
cared.
I have a second favorite?
Yeah.
When they bring out the old school moves for the right stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
good. Yes. Oh, I loved it. I was like, yes.
I loved that part.
Jill, do you want me to go or you want to go?
I have a thought if you need a minute.
No, I can go if you want me to.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to steal yours. I have a backup if you say something I say.
I don't know that you're going. Now I'm confused. So I think that I have like two. There might be more. Actually, there might be three. I think that my first one is definitely going to be seeing Twisted for the first time live. And Jill needs to send you that picture. because it's as horrible as it is. It's pretty epic at the same time. And that was phenomenal. And then the second night in Indy, I really, really enjoyed my time with the Illtown Sluggers, KG and Ryan Lane. I really enjoyed the time with them, and I don't want to say like attention, but we definitely got a lot of attention from them. They came over, Ryan danced with us and hugged us like 4 times, and it was just exciting to like be recognized by them. I don't know. And Ryan's super cute and he smells delicious. But then the last night too, actually I have a favorite of the whole concert, was that my phone screwed up and I ran out of space. So I actually couldn't take video anymore. So I was literally in the moment for that whole show because I couldn't take pictures or record. So I just watched the whole concert.
There's something to be said for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is. There really is.
I have to tell you though, every time I say I'm going to be in the moment and I do, I kick myself that I didn't take video.
I
Yeah.
know, me too.
There's like constant struggle of like,
It is.
I want to live in this moment, but I want to remember this forever. But I want to live in this moment, but I want to, yeah. Hard.
Like, I was really disappointed I didn't take more video for Fenway. But I got really in the moment and I just didn't even think of it.
Yeah.
That's great.
In 2019, when I had my second bar stool in Boise, I didn't take any pictures. I wanted to like watch the show and enjoy it.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Oh no, those first row in the lower bowl seats are epic seats to be able to video stuff.
Mm.
For sure.
Go ahead.
All right, Joe. What's yours?
I think my favorite part is like just the whole like D-Nice part, right? Like where they remix all the songs. Like I just thought that was so cool and like something different. I love those Nook sweatshirts and the pants, the like pleather pants or whatever those pants are. Like they all just look so good, and like it's just like a different style for them, and it's like it mixed it up a little bit. I really like that a lot, and then it leads into Twisted, which also helps. And when they did Return of the Mac, like
oh yeah,
I thought of you, Nikki, when they did that. I was like, oh, Nikki's gonna love this.
I loved it
like,
so much.
That whole thing, like just the way they like it's full service with Return of the Mac and like the mix of it and like the way that they're dancing, like the choreography. It's just something fresh and new from them. So it was really cool to see. And then I'm always like a sucker for the ballads. Like I call it the pink jacket section of the evening when it was like
Valentine
If You
Girl.
Go Away and I'll Be Loving You Forever and Valentine's Girl. Like I legit, like I don't even know how many times I've seen them, and I think I cried every night during at least one of those songs.
I feel like Patrick did an amazing job of this tour with the costume. They are so
really
good.
did.
So good.
So good. Yeah. All of that. I loved all of that.
And you know what I liked? They did the little TikTok dance thingy with the gosh, what's it called? I can't remember. But they did it at Fenway in Maryland, but they did a twist on it this time. And it's freaking hilarious. And if you pay attention to Donnie whenever he's shaking his butt, which is going to take your attention, but watch Joe and see what Joe does because it's hilarious. And I'm sure most people are looking at Donnie because he's literally like damn near twerking. But look at what Joe's doing because it's funny.
I will remember that.
You probably will because you'll be like, that's Joe. I'm going to look at him anyway. It's probably the only way I noticed it. Because it's Joe and I love him. It's our shared boyfriend. We all have those boyfriends who's really not our boyfriends, but we call them our boyfriends, and they don't even know we call them our boyfriends, right?
I mean,
that's right, but that's okay.
Still on my phone from Fenway.
Yep.
Oh,
I've got, look at this. I don't know if you can see that. It's Joe and I from the cruise. But I will say, Kevin is my lock screen.
I'm totally showing you guys my camera.
I love it.
Even though you can't see it.
I have.
Cute, Kelley.
I'm going to turn my video back on. Guess what I did while we were doing this whole thing?
Your hair out.
I took all my hair out.
Oh, yay.
it actually all came out without having to use the stuff. But my lock screen, I'm just going to show you the picture because it's adorable.
Aw.
Is my
Aw.
Sadie. I know. I don't have new kids on my lock screen.
I do. I might have to change mine to that good Jordan picture I got in St. Louis.
Oh, you can't really see. I have one left. And it's stuck, and I am going to need to use the stuff, but
Like, this is my favorite picture I took in St. Louis.
Oh,
That's nice.
oh my gosh. He's so
I-
handsome.
I will tell you, Brooke, you should start using BioCell.
So my mom bought me something.
I mean, but your hair, it's not as like what it's like thicker.
It has gotten a little longer.
Hmm.
I still have like really short layers. It's just where it's broken. Anyway, I'm going to have him put my things back in tomorrow and cut them to like match my hair better.
Mm-hmm.
And then when these, because I can get another probably 1 or 2 rounds out of these extensions, these particular ones,
Mhm.
I'm going to get a halo and just wear that.
Oh,
And
I
I
have
can
looked
take
at
it off
those
at night.
halos.
You've
Those
looked at
look-
them?
Yeah, I've looked at them. I have not purchased them, but I've looked at them. Those
I
look
was
like the way.
So
yeah, I was actually looking at
Yeah.
them the other night because I was thinking, maybe I could do this, but then I'd probably sweat it right off.
well, actually, depending on the hair you got, like this hair does not make me hot
Really?
at all. No, it doesn't. Now, the hair that I had last summer at Fenway was the worst. That was the Amazon hair. This, I spent more money and it's way better quality and it is not heavy. It is not like uncomfortable at all. It's actually really great. But it is really expensive. And this one piece doesn't want to come out. So I'm just going to have like a rat tail.
Nice.
It's very
Hey,
fitting.
Jordan,
You should
look
just
at
leave
my
it.
rat
It's
tail.
fitting.
Yeah.
I'll braid it.
Totally
Yes,
on
please
brand.
do.
There you go.
Please do. Take pictures.
So
So we should probably
Anyway.
wrap up.
yes,
Okay.
I have a little girl that is not in bed yet.
Ooh.
And it's almost 10:30.
This little girl needs to go to bed too.
Same.
Mom of the year.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. We
Yes.
really
This was so
appreciate you
fun.
coming on and telling stories. And
Thanks for
course.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Thanks for letting us relive our crazy week.
Yeah, even though we're freaking exhausted from it still. It was so worth it. No regrets.
No regrets.
No
It's been
regrets.
fun living vicariously through your stories.
Mhm. And you know what? The only thing that would make this better is when we get off this call, if Jill and Kelly text us and say, we're going to Boston. Just saying. Just
Yeah.
saying. Just saying.
That would be amazing.
Hey, Jill, you know what else would be amazing? If we got off this call and Courtney, Brooke, and Nikki messaged and said, we're going to DC.
Hey, stranger things have happened. We are going on the
Ne-
cruise. That's
Never say never.
no,
Yes.
as the Beeb says.
That's right. You know the Beebs is coming out with a coffee at Tim Hortons.
Well, he just had Tim Biebs is their Timbits. He had a whole
Yeah.
line, like all that stuff.
Well, they're coming out with a new one.
That's
It's
right. He's
Beebs
Canadian,
Brew.
isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
he
is.
is. So by the time this
Beebs
episode
Brew.
comes out,
Can't wait to try it.
one of us will have gone to another show.
Yeah.
Yay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
have
she
so much
is.
Wait a
fun.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's your individual.
Oh,
I can.
oh my
Yes,
god,
Courtney, I cannot wait to hear this.
So
Saturday
Courtney is
in
going to come
San Antonio.
back. Actually, you guys are all going to come back on, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about this about further adventures.
Yeah.
Whenever you want us. Maybe by Saturday I'll have a voice back too, so I can actually like talk to them.
I'm going to schedule you guys for August.
Listen, if you can't talk, if your voice ain't back yet, just be like, listen, I went to the, well, you didn't go to the whole first week. You can say you did. They'd never know. You can say, I went to that whole first week and you guys made me lose my voice.
Yeah, right.
Jerk butt.
Exactly.
This is all your fault. So snuggle in close here, Jordan, right on my boob pillow.
Right
Let's take
here.
a picture.
Pillow.
They call
And
them
on
dirty
that
pillows.
note,
Thank you guys for listening. And all you listening, you're hopefully going to be going to shows and you're going to have stories and you're going to want to tell us what your favorite moment was. So send it to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com. Also, our store is open and we are going to be putting new stuff in there. I can't remember if we talked about that or not at the beginning. I think we did actually.
I think we mentioned slides.
Yes. So come visit our
Open
store.
for business.
Yep. And we'll be loving you forever.
No parentheses.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.